I finally stopped running now. With you I found my peace somehow. Let go of every thought that was holding me back. Yeah, I'm in love with you in every way. The joy you give.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Colleena and I am here with a new video. We're going to be starting today the Narcissist series. So we're going to be talking about narcissism, how it impacts our lives, how to avoid relationships with narcissists, and just get really up close with our own healing and how to overcome traumas within ourselves that can cause us to be attracted to relationships with narcissists. So I hope you stay tuned to this series. As soon as we come from this series, we're going to go into the codependency series. So stay tuned, rock with me, okay? So today we're going to be talking first about 10 signs of narcissistic or a narcissistic abusive relationship. Okay, so this is just a couple of signs, not a complete list of narcissistic traits or signs that can be showing up in a relationship. So again, you may hear one or two signs. Just because you hear one or two, like controlling or whatever, doesn't mean necessarily you're in a relationship with a narcissist. It has to be compile of a lot of these things, okay? And honestly, we can't diagnose anyone unless a mental health professional does, but these signs will definitely shed a light on you, or shed a light on your relationship. And if you do notice some of these things are happening in your relationship, it's an unhealthy relationship in the first place, and it's time to kind of reevaluate and see if you need to step away or if you need to step into a healing journey within that relationship. Okay, so if you have not already, please like and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I hope that if you are a returning subscriber that you will share this video, share my podcast with those you know that this will be beneficial to. And if you are new, welcome, and I hope you enjoy listening and watching. Awesome, let's jump on in. So first sign of a narcissistic abusive relationship is going to be lying. Yes, lies on top of lies, here a lie, there a lie, up a lie, down a lie. It's going to be lies all over the place, okay? If you notice a person you're with is consistently lying about everything and anything, I mean, lying about where they are, lying about what they're doing, lying about how they feel, anything, consistently, like compulsive lying, that is an indication of unhealthiness in a relationship, okay? A narcissist is going to lie all the time because they are more concerned about their reputation. They're concerned about keeping you in a certain position or in a certain thought process in order to maintain leverage over you, or to keep you where they need you to be in order to get the supply they need to get from you, okay? Another tactic, number 2, is going to be gaslighting. Yes, gaslighting, and for those that don't know what gaslighting is when someone will deny your reality. They will deny your truth. So for example, let's say you've seen someone at a library and they're like, and you tell them, hey, I saw you at a library. And they tell you, no, you didn't. You didn't see me at the library. He's like, I took a picture. You were at the library. You know, like you were at the library. Oh, that's not me in that picture. It's a blurry picture. You can't see me. So basically, they deny what you know is true. Okay, not to that extreme level, but they deny. Okay, and they will make your feelings or your perceptions seem irrelevant or not important or invalid. Okay, and narcissists use this as a great tool because they want to keep their victims or the people that they're abusing in a trauma state mind, or in a controlling state, so that they can control and assert power over them. All right, so if you notice you're in a relationship where you're starting to maybe feel a little crazy, you're starting to feel like, I can't trust myself, I can't trust my reality, what is real, what's fake, you know, what's going on, it's a sign that you may be getting gaslighted by someone, okay? Over time, someone who's gaslighted over and over and over and over again, it will start to impact them psychologically. It will take a toll on a person. So if someone's gaslighting you, denying your reality, it's very important that you get out before it starts to take a toll on you individually, okay? The next sign is going to be manipulation. Yes, a lot of manipulation, okay? Manipulation, doing things, saying things in order to get you to respond or act in the way that they want you to act or want you to respond, okay? It's very important that you notice when these tactics are happening. An example of this could just be manipulating your emotions, you know, telling you a sob story, a sad story, just in order to get you to feel bad for them. Maybe you broke up with them, maybe you got away from the relationship, but then they tell you like, oh, I'm depressed, I'm sad without you, I'm not gonna make it. A form of manipulation, okay? Or they may manipulate you and convince you to give them something, give them money, give them some type of attention, just in order to fulfill their needs. So narcissists are very self-focused, okay? When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, the relationship is going to be one-sided, meaning that the relationship is only going to be beneficial to the narcissist. It's not necessarily going to be beneficial to you. They're going to throw little breadcrumbs here and there. They're going to probably explode with a lot of love bombing in the beginning, which we'll get to a little bit deeper on in a later video about the narcissistic cycle and how they get their victims hooked. But they're going to throw in that breadcrumb. They're going to throw in that love bomb, and it's going to make you feel like you're getting and gaining something out the relationship. And to be honest, not all narcissists are like evil people. They do good things. They have good parts. They just won't love in the correct way. They won't have empathy in the correct way. And it's going to be a relationship that is going to be kind of like they're going to be like a vampire sucking out of your energy in order to fulfill them, to validate themselves, in order to get the supply out of you that they need in order to feel like they are good people or are superior to you or anyone else in their lives, okay? So next is going to be a lack of or faking empathy. Yes, like they either lack it, they don't have it at all, or they have a little bit of it, but not enough of it, you know, not normal empathy. Like something bad happens to you, they have like intellectual empathy where they know how to act because they've seen people act and respond with empathy. So they might say, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm sorry that you're going through that. Or that's really sad news to hear. But deep down behind the eyes, behind all of that is like, I really can't connect with that. I don't really care. So what are we going to do for me next? You know, like that's kind of what's at the core of it. That's what's deep down. Or again, they will fake it. If they really don't have any at all, they will fake it. They can cry, fake tears. Yes, they can fake tears. They can do whatever they need to do. They can put on a whole act, a whole Broadway show just for you or whoever they need to do it for in order to get what the supply or get what they need or to be perceived in the way that they want to be perceived, okay? Next is going to be control issues. So they can be very, very controlling. I mean, they want to control who you talk to. They want to control who's in your ear. They want to control how you look, what you wear. They want to control what you do with the finances. They want to control where you're going. It's a lot of control. Okay, they want to control the kids. They want to control everything, okay? And if they lose that control or you try to get in the way of that control, oh, help you. Oh my goodness, I feel bad for you because they are going to, that's an injury. That's a narcissistic injury. You cannot take control from them. And if you try to, they will respond in a not so friendly way. They will get you back, okay? They will see it as you trying to hurt them or harm them or like you're an evil person to them. Like they're going to take it to the extreme just because you tried to take control back or just have a level of control in your life for yourself, okay? Next is going to be intentional withholding, intentionally withholding things from you. So they know you need love. They know you need attention. They know you need intimacy. They know you need finances. They know you need something, but they will intentionally withhold it just to spite you, just to maintain one, going back to that control over you, but also to either manipulate you or to punish you because maybe you did something, you didn't notice something, you didn't praise them for something, like you caused some type of narcissistic injury. And so now they're like, oh, I need to withhold this from you, or I need to take this back. And they can be also in the form of the silence treatment, just ignoring you, not saying anything to you. Okay, so whatever it is that they're withholding, it's a cycle. They consistently hold things from you. They do this spitefully to hurt you or to harm you. It's not like you giving someone, okay, maybe you go no contact or you go silent with someone because they're abusive or because they're harming you and you need to protect yourself. And you're not doing it to be spiteful, but you're doing it out of protection for you or maybe protection for the other person. Now, the narcissist is doing it because they want to hurt you. They want to harm you. Like, they want you to come begging back to them. They want you to feel whatever pain that you maybe cause them, they want you to feel it 10 times worse. Or they just they get a kick out of it. It's a sick game to them that they can control and manipulate individuals in that way. Okay. Next is going to be isolation or creating mistrust for other people outside of you guys' relationship. So they may say, oh, let's not get the pastor involved. Oh, what is therapy? Or, oh, what is that? Like, let's not do that. Like, it should just be me and you. Let's just focus on me and you, baby. It's just me and you. That's all it takes. We don't need mama. We don't need daddy. We don't need the counselor. We don't need nobody telling us what is wrong or what we should be doing. This is all about me and you. And they do this because if you have the pastor, you have the therapist, you have a counselor, you have people who love and care about you, truly love and care about you, telling you like, hey, this is unhealthy, you need to get out of this situation. They don't want that, okay? They want to keep you locked up. They want to keep you isolated. That way they can maintain the maximum amount of control over you that they can. They don't need you thinking any other way other than that, the way they want you to think of them, okay? Next is going to be, again, going back to that, is the relationship one-sided, okay? Do you notice that this person has a need for admiration that is kind of very sick? Like, we all need to be told, like, I love you, you're beautiful, or you're handsome, or baby, you the best man I know, or whatever. One wife, you the best wife. I'm glad to. Like, we love that. Everybody naturally wants that, naturally needs that, but narcissism on the other end needs it at a certain level. And it's a high level. Like, everything you do, you need to be, the moment you wake up needs to be about that person. You need to be thinking about that person. You need to make sure that person has what they need. You need to make sure that you look a certain part, that you speak a certain way, that you act a certain way. Because if not, they're gonna think that you don't care, or they're gonna take it as an injury to themselves or disrespect to themselves, and they're going to respond in a hurtful way, whether that's withholding, whether that's cheating on you, going to find a new supply that's going to give them what they need, whatever the situation is. That's what they're going to do. You might notice that when you guys have arguments, or when you even try to express yourself, express your opinion, express your feeling, you have no place for that. You have no space for it, because that person is always thinking of them. When you come to them with like, hey, I feel, or I noticed, or whatever, they're like, well, you do this. And you're like, okay, I just wanted to talk. Why didn't you come to me about that last year? Okay, or this, okay? Or whenever, before this situation happened, why are you taking the moment that I have to use that against me? Okay. Again, it's a relationship where it's them and them only. Okay, it's like you're consumed with pleasing them and making sure that they're happy, and you're walking around on eggshells, because if they're not happy, then oh my goodness, like it's just a wrap. You know, like if they're not happy, you're not happy, because they're definitely not going to treat you the way that you want to be treated or loved. Okay. Just because they trained you that way. They trained you that if you don't admire them, you don't show up in the way that they want you to show up, it's gonna be some serious consequences, some very serious consequences. Okay. And people might ask, like, why would people stay in a relationship like that? Why would you be in a relationship with someone who does that to you? And it's like, when narcissists can be very clever. They know when to love bomb. They know when to leave breadcrumbs. They know when to shoot the I love yous. They know when to say these beautiful things. And they know the cycle and how to keep people hooked. And sometimes, you know, especially covert narcissists, they don't reveal their true identity or who they are until years later or months later, or you're deep already in love with this person. Okay? And once a victim or someone gets into a position where they're deeply in love or trauma bond to that person, it becomes a chemical bond. It becomes a tight spiritual, physical bond, and it's hard to break, and it takes time to break. Okay. Next is going to be false image projection. Okay. Again, narcissists are all about their reputation, all about their image. Okay. They're going to destroy your reputation. They're going to destroy your image before they ever destroy yours, or destroy themselves. Okay, you're gonna be the crazy one, you're gonna be the psychotic one, you're gonna be the terrible one, you're gonna be the controlling one, you're gonna be the narcissist. Okay, it's gonna happen. All right, and they're gonna probably tell people, friends, family, whoever they need to tell, to make you look like the bad person, or like they tried to help you, or yeah, she struggled or he struggled with a lot of mental issues or things like this, and I tried so hard to I'm such a wonderful person, like I do all these things, and it's not true. But no one knows, because usually narcissists abuse in silent or behind closed doors, or again, the covert narcissist, that you wouldn't know that they're abusive unless you live with them, unless you stayed in a relationship with them for a long time or a certain period. Okay. So yes, their reputation, they're going to be the best worker, they're going to be the best friend, they're going to be the best everything out in the open. Okay. But deep down, they're broken, hurt, and abusive people. Okay, and the narcissistic personality is a protective part. It's something that they developed because of childhood trauma. So it's a protective part that they are now projecting in order to protect themselves from not feeling unsafe or feeling out of control like they did when they were younger, or when a situation or experience happened when they were younger. Okay. So a next one is going to be, again, the love cycle, the narcissistic cycle. If you notice your relationship is filled with hovering, love bombing, and discarding, okay, or devaluing, if you notice those stages, okay, in the beginning, there's love bombing when they shower you with dates and gifts and lavish and love, and you're like the queen. Okay, or you're like the most amazing person to them, like you're the center of their world, like there is no other person like you, and like you're everything, right? That stage, they're taking you places, they're spending money on you. Okay, next comes the devaluing stage, where they start to slowly let little parts of the abuser inside of them to pour out. Okay, they might start being physically, verbally, emotionally abusive. They might start to cheat. They might start to lie. You might start to notice the manipulation, the gaslighting. They might attack your self-worth, your self-esteem. You just might notice like little things start to happen. You're like, man, what happened to the person that I was in a relationship, or what happened to this person? You know, like it could, because these can be in intimate relationships, and they can be in friendship relationships that you have that are narcissists. Okay, so this is not just intimate relationships. Today we're going to be talking mostly intimate. Okay. So it comes in love bombing, it comes the devaluing. And then you may notice a discard stage. Maybe you discard them, or maybe they discard you. So you guys get rid of the relationship, right? And then after the discard comes hovering. So they're just hovering their way back. Or either they hit you up. How you doing? You know I beat the mess out of you a while back. But I know I cheated on you. But I'm a new man now. I'm a new woman now. Like, wait, what? And you fall for it. You might fall for it. You might fall for it in the beginning because, naturally humans want to be forgiving. Especially when you love someone. You want to forgive them. You want to see the best in them. Okay? And so you might find yourself hover back right into that relationship. And then the cycle repeats. They are good for a while. They love bomb you. It's amazing. Then they slowly start to devalue you and devalue. And then they give you breadcrumbs here and there. Good moments, like maybe they bring you flowers home one day after giving you the silent treatment for 2 whole days. Just to keep you hooked in, right? And then after that, the discard. Whether it's you, whether it's them, okay? And it can repeat. And a narcissist will allow that situation to repeat until one, they find a better supply than you. You actually completely let go and go no contact. And they know there's no way back getting near you or getting with you. It's going to keep happening. It's going to keep going, okay? All right. So lastly, it's going to be emotional, verbal, and sometimes even physical abuse. Okay. If you're in a relationship and someone's emotionally abusing you, verbally abusing you, and physically abusing you. Okay. A lot of narcissists are only emotional and verbal abusers. Okay. They can tell you, some are very cunning. Some can be like the most professional, like they can let you down the most exquisite way. Those are we kind of call them the covert narcissists. Okay, just put you down real sweet, right? Or just use mind games and things like that to verbally and emotionally abuse you. Okay, and then there's the really crazy ones. All right, there's the ones that will actually put their hands on you. They'll actually physically harm you. The ones that actually call you out your name and actually tell you some hateful stuff, right? And we got those too. Okay, so again, this is not a complete list of everything that can happen in an unhealthy narcissistic relationship. But if you notice some of these things in your relationship, it's very, very, very important that you take a step back and evaluate what is happening in this relationship. Is this relationship healthy for me? Is it not? Can this relationship be saved? Because truth be told, narcissism is very, very hard to recognize in an individual. So narcissists are that much % likely going to get the help they need and change. Okay, so are you going to accept the fact that this person is going to bring you through this for the rest of your life, or are you going to get out of that situation? Okay, again, it's very important that you really, really get clear about how you want to be loved, how you want to be appreciated, what kind of people and partners you want in your life. And also very, 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 very important is to heal your own trauma. What attracted you to this relationship, especially if it's an intimate relationship? What attracted you to this relationship? Sometimes what attracts people to relationships with narcissists is their own childhood codependency, their own childhood trauma, whatever it may be, their own lack of self-worth and self-esteem, seeking validation or seeking the need to be supportive or helpful, getting their their validation and how they can show up and help someone because of things that they, lacked or didn't get from their caregivers or important people in their lives when they were being raised. Okay, so it's very important that if your relationship is on this level, though, that you get the help that is needed for yourself, get therapy, get counseling, and also just separate yourself, because You deserve to be in a good relationship. You deserve to be in a relationship that is not one-sided, that is two-sided. You deserve to be loved correctly. You deserve to be honored, and you deserve someone to lift you up and not tear you down. You're worth way more than some breadcrumbs. You're worth more than a moment of love bombing, and you're worth more than someone lying, manipulating, gaslighting you. Like, that is toxic, and it's only going to destroy you as a person individually. Trust me, I know it will. Okay, it will destroy you, and you will no longer recognize who you are in the mirror. Okay, so I encourage you to get deep in prayer. Figure it out. Pray, pray, pray. Ask God to reveal who this person is to you. Ask him to reveal what are your next steps and what you need to do. Okay, you are strong enough. You can do it. If you're still in that relationship, start to get educated about what narcissism is. Educate yourself about it. Call up that therapist and get into your Bible, get into your word, and start to pray so you can build up your strength that you're going to need in order to move out of this relationship and move into a healthier, loving relationship with yourself, so that in the future you can be in a relationship with someone who truly loves you and values you in the way that they should. Okay, so take care. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one. Before you go, please like my video, please subscribe to my channel, and share it to anybody you know that this video would be beneficial to. Bye.